So let's start with just some squats. Let's just warm up those knees and glutes. Sit that booty back. All right, let's get wider and let's do our little side to side lunge stretch. So kind of just warming up, still stretching, dynamic warm up. So we're gonna do some goblet squats and side lunge, and then some single leg RDLs, and then some kind of plank exercise. So one heavy weight, unless you want to do two. And then ankle weights at the end. Good, 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 good. All right, let's go. A little jogging. Little jog. All right, little higher knees. Little butt kick. All right, let's start some jumping jacks. You can take it easier to start if you want. Okay, so let's go to the floor. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do like our little plank and then push back. So plank it, push up position, and then bend those knees. Get that butt up a little bit. Good. All right, come on up because I want to start the workout right away so that we have enough time. So we're going to do one weight right here, and we're going to go squat, side lunge, squat, other side, lunge, and then we're going to do single leg RDLs each side, and then a little plank exercise. So grab that one heavy weight. Okay. So wider stance than usual because you want to drop that booty down, and then side lunge, stayed wide, drop your butt down, other side. And if you don't want to go that wide, that's okay. Just try to get deep on that squat. And then push to that heel when you come up. Push to that heel. Good. Okay. So single leg RDL. Work that balance. Stretch those hamstrings. Keep your back nice and straight. Keep those hips square to the floor. I know, I already did this morning for class and my legs are tired. And then I think from Monday, the hip, like all the band, my hips are tight. All right, we got a few seconds to rest. Might need to stretch out that back a little bit. And then we got same thing on the other side. Woo. So try to go leg up and hinge forward at the same time. So work on your balance, back straight. Don't let archy happen. Woo. All right, you guys. So hopefully you can see me. We're gonna go it down into like plank, but in bear position. So like this. So the knees are 90 degrees. And then, so we're hovering, the knees are off the floor. And then I want you to twist and drop. And then the other side, twist and drop a little bit. But remember, you're 90 with the knees, not straight leg. So 90, and then just kind of twist a little bit, drop, feel it in these obliques. And then the other side, ooh, try to feel it in those obliques. So yeah, the tricky thing is keeping those knees, like you're in that bear position. So keeping those knees 90. Yeah, good. Yep. And if it doesn't, you don't have to go super low. If it feels just good, just to go a little bit. Or if you'd rather just hold this position and go up and down with the knees, that's fine too. All right, rest. Go ahead and stay there and stretch back. So child's pose on the floor. Stretch back for me. Give you a little bit of time if you need a few cat and cows. And then we'll go ahead and stand back up and we'll do another round. Woo. I think I gotta go lighter. Okay, grab that one weight and let's get our squats and side lunge again. And yeah, you don't have to be wide on these goblets. I just want you to make sure that you're getting low. And then keep that core tight. Keep that weight up at your chest. We're also going to work that upper body by holding onto that weight, core tight. Good. All right, let's go to our single leg RDL. Good. All right, we got our little 10-second rest in between. Ooh. All right, let's go to the other leg. And if you guys, these exercises today, if you wanted to try it without shoes on, that would be an option. We're not doing any more like jumping or anything crazy. So if you wanted to try it without shoes, you're welcome to. Obviously, you can do whatever you want. You're at your own house. But I know like my shoes sometimes with these make me more wobbly. Remember your inhale, exhale when you come up, keeping that core tight. All right, let's go to the floor. 90 degrees with those knees. Let's do the little plank drops or those little hip drops if you can. Go slow, feel that stretch, then those obliques flex again, contract, core is nice and tight, and go to that other side. And again, if you're doing this now or you're doing this in the video and you don't like those, you could just hold it with those knees off the ground, maybe then put your knees back on the ground and then come back up and just really focus on the core, belly button to the spine. 10 more seconds. All right, why don't you go ahead and stretch child's pose again. If you needed to get anything else, a little bit other stretching in, we'll grab some water and then we got one more round. All right, we ready to rock and roll? All right, grab that weight. Abby, don't get so wide on your squats this set. Okay, so just not so wide. I think that'll help. I know I said wide, but let's not go so wide. And then those knees can those elbows can go to the knees. So yeah, keep it a little closer. I think it'll make going into that side lunge a little easier. Yeah. Ooh. Keep that leg straight when you do your side lunge. Yeah, that looks good. And then keep that right leg straight, Abby. Keep that. Hinge your left booty back. That side's going into like another squat. Okay, rest. Okay, if you can remember tomorrow, let's work on that, okay? Let's both try to remember tomorrow. All right, we got single leg. All right, single leg RDL, keep going. Abby, Mike, I'm gonna challenge you to put it on the floor and then stand back up without it. And now go back down and pick it up. And Abby, you can do that if you want. If not, you can just continue to do your reps. But yeah, it just makes it a little bit more challenging. Again, if you're doing this video, just keep doing your single leg. I'm just challenging Mike. Yeah, if you want to do that, Abby, that's cool. It's just a little with our old lady hips. All right, so we'll give it a rest and then we'll do the same thing other side. But yeah, Mike, that challenge, Abby, up to you what you want to do. So if you're wondering what it looks like to do it on the floor, you just put your weight on the floor and then I have you come back up. You can bring the knee up or you can just come back to the middle and then you go back down and you pick it up. And it just makes it hard because it's coming from a dead. You don't get any momentum. And then obviously you need to have that flexibility and mobility to be able to pick it back up and put it on the floor without weird twisty. Oh. but just repetition after repetition is also really good. All right, let's do our last little plank bear hip drop. Good, 90 degrees with those knees. Get those knees under your hips. Yeah, you have to reset after a few reps. Good, you guys got 10 seconds. All right, stretch, 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 stretch. And then I'm gonna, while you guys are kind of just taking a sec to put those ankle weights on and stretching, I want you to watch me really quick so you can figure out what weight you want. So you're gonna have your ankle weights on, and you're gonna do a side plank, and you can go on the knee or you can stack your feet, but you want to grab a weight that you can go underneath your body without twisting a whole bunch. So underneath, and then to that deltoid external rotation-ish or press up. So whatever weight, and if you don't want to use weight, that's also okay. If you just want to do the motion. So you need a weight that you can do that. You want your ankle weights on. And then we're also going to do our jackknife crunch. So you may want something a little bit heavier for those. So go ahead and ankle weights, make sure you got your weights, and then start some crunches, and we'll start in a sec. All right, we all look ready. So let's go to all fours. And we're gonna just start with our regular, but we're gonna add a little pulse at the top. And then either come all the way back down or at least hover close, don't hike. And then up and pulse, and then come on down. All right. Core is tight, right? Our core is nice and tight. Good. All right, if you need a little stretchy, let's stretch it. And then same thing, other side. You got 40 seconds, 45 seconds. Up and pulse. All the way back down. Be aware of your back. Make sure it's not arching. Good, get it up there. Yep, good. All right, so now we're gonna try that plank exercise. So you can go stack your feet on top of each other or go to the knee, right? So you can totally do it like this and then press up. So comes underneath, but your obliques, your torso, we're not moving like that, okay? You're staying in side plank And then you're bringing it under. It doesn't have to be under a lot, just under and then up. Woo! Okay, let's go to the other side. And again, you don't have to hold weight or get something, you could get something real light. Oh. All right, so let's just stay on our side and let's circle. Let's go forward circles, toe down, working those glutes, little circles. Reverse it, little circles, reverse. Think about those upper glutes. Core is tight, belly button is pulled in. Little circles. Good. Let's go inner. Make sure you're working your inner thigh. That toe's not going. Yep, that looks good. Good. All right, let's go do the same thing other side. So flip it and let's do our circles forward. Little circles, working those glutes. Hopefully our obliques feel it tomorrow. Reverse your circle. Good, inner. All right, you guys, let's get that side plank with our little external rotation and press. Stack, stagger on the knee. Whoa. Good. Good, rest. Other side. Awesome. All right, let's go to our donkey kick and add a pulse at the top. So elbows or hands, you decide all the way up, add a little pulse, bring it back down. Pulse it at the top, pulse it at the top. Get all the way up there and pulse. Good. All right, same thing, other side. Make sure those hips are square. Good. All right. With our ankle weights on, grab that weight. We're going to do our jackknife crunch. It's okay to have that little arch and then make your back flat. Inhale, exhale. Good. All right, you guys, hold it in that crunch, double crunch position and give me some pulses. Pulse, pulse. Rest. All right, let's flip it back over. Let's do another leg exercise. So I'm going to flip it over because it's that weird one. You're going up, over, up, down, up, angle it. Good. Same thing. Other leg. Up, angle it, back up, core tight. Good. All right, let's get another of our jackknife crunches. All right, pulse it. Pulse it at the top. All right, rest. Okay, so let's just let our neck just rest for a sec. And then we're gonna do our straight leg. Now, if you're up for it, add your crunch. If you need to rest your neck a little bit longer, that's totally cool. Just do the lower body, quads nice and flexed. Keep that flexion. Don't come up too high because you're gonna lose it in your quads. So keep those quads tight. Add your crunch if you want. Good, other leg. Keep those quads tight, toe to the ceiling. Quick, flex your quadriceps, your thighs, flex them. All right, rest.